In the quiet expanse of a mind that races ahead, where thoughts cascade like autumn leaves in an endless wind, there lies a subtle ache. Intelligence, that luminous gift, often arrives wrapped in shadows. It promises clarity, yet delivers isolation. It offers insight, but at the cost of simplicity. Imagine a world where every conversation feels like skimming the surface of an ocean, while depths remain unexplored. For those with high IQ, the intellect becomes both beacon and burden, a silent companion that sharpens perception yet dulls the ease of connection. This is the hidden psychology, not the triumph of genius, but the gentle weight of being perpetually out of step. It's a universal whisper, echoing in the souls who see patterns others miss, feeling the world's complexity as a personal echo. Here, in this reflective space, we unravel why brilliance isn't always a gentle path, but a labyrinth of the heart. It begins softly, like the first light filtering through a fogged window. You notice it in childhood, questions that linger unanswered, puzzles solved before others begin. The world unfolds in vivid layers, colors brighter, connections sharper. Yet with this comes a subtle disconnection. Peers play in simple joys while your mind wanders to why the sky bends or how emotions weave invisible threads. This recognition arrives not with fanfare but a quiet pang, the joy of understanding tempered by the loneliness of seeing alone. Psychologically, it's the birth of emotional divergence, where high cognitive ability fosters empathy for ideas but strains bonds with people. In this beginning, the heart learns to navigate a terrain where intellect illuminates, yet casts long shadows over shared human warmth. It's a tender awakening, where being smart whispers of both wonder and quiet exile. Deep in the roots of memory, the story takes form. Perhaps it's in the genes, a hereditary thread pulling toward complexity, or in environments that nurture curiosity yet overlook emotional needs. High IQ often emerges from a soil of stimulation, books stacked like silent mentors, questions encouraged like blooming flowers. But origins reveal a fragility. The child who excels academically may internalize praise as pressure, equating worth with wit. Societal expectations amplify this, labeling intelligence as destiny while ignoring the emotional undercurrents. From evolutionary lenses, such minds once scanned horizons for threats. Now they overanalyze social cues, breeding anxiety in modern simplicity. This root cause is compassionate in its truth, not a flaw but a natural unfolding, where the mind's agility stems from ancient survival yet clashes with today's demand for effortless belonging. It's a poetic inheritance, carrying echoes of potential and quiet vulnerability. Science paints a canvas of nuance. Studies from cognitive psychology show high IQ correlating with heightened sensitivity, neural pathways firing faster, processing deeper. The Dunning-Kruger effect in reverse. Those with superior intellect often underestimate themselves, aware of knowledge's vast ocean. Neuroimaging reveals overactive default mode networks, leading to rumination, where thoughts loop like gentle waves eroding stone. Emotionally, this manifests as imposter syndrome or asynchronous development, where intellectual maturity outpaces emotional growth. Research from gifted education highlight increased rates of anxiety and depression, not from intelligence itself, but from mismatched environments. It's a compassionate revelation. The brain's efficiency breeds overthinking, turning simple decisions into symphonies of possibility. In this insight, we see not pathology, but a profound human variation, intelligence as a lens magnifying both beauty and burden, inviting gentle understanding of the psyche's intricate dance. Conflict simmers quietly, like a river carving stone. The mind resists simplicity, questioning every motive, doubting every bond. You might yearn for effortless connection, yet overanalyze conversations, perceiving slights where none exist. This resistance stems from a protective instinct, intellect as armor against vulnerability. Psychologically, it's cognitive dissonance, the desire to belong clashing with an innate drive for depth. High achievers often face perfectionism's grip, where failure feels amplified, resistance building walls against risk. Emotions swirl, frustration at misunderstood intentions, envy of those who navigate life with ease. Yet this tug is human, a gentle storm within, where the heart wrestles with the head. In moments of quiet, resistance reveals itself not as enemy, but as guardian, shielding a sensitive core from a world that moves too slowly. It's a poignant struggle, echoing the soul's quest for harmony amid discord. Realization arrives like dawn's first breath, unhurried and kind. It whispers in solitary moments, perhaps during a walk, when the mind quiets and patterns align not in complexity but in acceptance. You begin to see intelligence not as isolation's cause, but as a unique hue in the human spectrum. The shift is gentle, recognizing that depth invites selective connections, not universal ones. Emotionally, it's a release of resistance where overthinking eases into mindfulness. No grand epiphany, just a quiet nod to the self, acknowledging the ache without judgment. Psychologically, this mirrors stages of emotional intelligence growth, where metacognition turns inward, fostering compassion. In this unveiling, the heart integrates what the mind knows. Being smart carries shadows, but also light. It's a transformative hush, where realization plants seeds of peace, allowing the inner world to breathe freely once more. Healing unfolds softly, like petals opening to rain. Integration comes through quiet practices, journaling thoughts, seeking kindred spirits who match the mind's rhythm. The highly intelligent find solace in boundaries, channeling intellect into creative flows while nurturing emotional roots. It's not erasure of difficulty, but a compassionate embrace, understanding that ease lies in self-acceptance, not conformity. Poetically, picture the mind as a vast garden, brilliance its blooming flowers, vulnerabilities the soil that sustains. In this wholeness, isolation transforms into selective depth, anxiety into insightful calm. The journey circles back to humanity's core. Everyone carries unseen weights, and in recognizing ours, empathy blooms for all. Why being smart isn't always easy becomes a gentle truth, reminding us that true wisdom lies in honoring the full spectrum of the soul, where intellect and heart intertwine in quiet harmony.